Hi guys, today we're talking about New Year's resolutions. I'm personally a fan of making New Year's resolutions, as I know a lot of you are as well. For me, I think it's just nice to think that we can have an opportunity to start over with a new year and turn over a new page and make new goals for ourselves. It's a nice symbolic gesture, right? So what I'm here to talk about today is that moment when you realize January is almost over, February is just around the corner. Sorry, that rhymed, that was weird. But you start to realize that you haven't really been sticking with the things that you said that you wanted to do for the new year. So I would like to make a video talking about the tips that I use to try to stick with my New Year's resolutions. Tip number 1. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is something that I tell a lot of my friends, that I tell myself all the time, is you have to realize, especially for New Year's resolutions, if you're making something a goal for yourself, it's probably something that is going to be a challenge for you. So the thing that I want you to remember is you're going to slip up. You're going to mess up. You're going to have a moment of weakness. Don't give up just because you had one little slip up. The key is to realize that you're human, that your goal is challenging, and that's what's really going to make it worthwhile in the end if you can accomplish it. And just realize that you're going to mess up and be okay with that. Tip number 2. Come to terms with the idea that accomplishing a goal is a process. This is something that has taken me years to really realize about myself, and talking with friends about the things that they want to accomplish. It's a process, right? Particularly what I said earlier, if it's a goal that you want to accomplish about yourself, chances are it's going to be something that's challenging for you. And that's a good thing. You need to realize that anything that's really worthwhile is going to be challenging, and it's going to be a process. Especially for New Year's resolutions, the whole idea behind them is something that is going to take you a year to do. So if you look at yourself at the end of March and you realize that you haven't accomplished it yet, A, don't be so hard on yourself, and B, realize that you still have the rest of the year to continually work on it. We tend to shoot for the stars a little bit because we get caught up in resolution fever, right? Near the end of December, beginning of January, you're looking around and everywhere you see people are making resolutions and they're making goals and they're turning over a new page. And you want to do it too, and you want to be a better person too. So it's really easy for us to get caught up in that madness, right? Because you realize that you haven't been able to accomplish the really outlandish, unrealistic things that you said you wanted to do. Again, realize that it's a process that's going to take you an entire year to gradually, continually do. Number 3, I would also recommend that you take some time and reflect on the reasons that you made this goal anyway. So we always have different reasons for doing the things that we want to do, of course. But I do think that if you sit down and you really think it over and you realize that you made a goal for the wrong reasons, then you really shouldn't be chasing after that goal anyway. Tip number 4, don't be afraid to revise and don't be afraid to start over. New Year's resolutions only exist because of the way that we keep track of time on a 12-month calendar. You know, it's symbolic, the way that we can end an old year, begin a new year, and it's a fresh start, right? So once we start to realize that it's merely symbolic, it can empower us to think that we don't need to wait until January to make goals for ourselves, and we don't need to feel like we missed our chance to make a goal if we didn't think about it in time. The time to make changes is anytime. Perhaps it's now. that just about wraps it up for me. I hope this video was helpful for some of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.